pleasant day to everyone. I am Calig-onan and my partner, Miss Angelita Gagama. We are assigned to discuss about educational placement of students with special needs. There was a time when people thought of special education as a place, but that really isn't the case any longer. Special education instead, it refers to services that are used to meet or upang matugunan ang needs of the students with disabilities in terms sa ilahang learning. In short, special education focuses to help children with disabilities to learn. Schools have a special term for deciding to place a child in one classroom rather than another. School refer for this as placement. One of the most common educational placement for kids with learning disabilities or for those students with special needs is the general education classrooms. For example, ang students na ay dyslexia may spend most of the day in general education classroom. They may spend just an hour or two in room working with specialists on reading and other skills. Other students with dyslexia might need more support than that, and others might need to attend a different school that specializes in teaching kids with learning disabilities. The law requires that dapat ang mga students with special needs will be educated along with those non-disabled students in order to extend appropriate to the needs of the students with disabilities. This means that the students with disabilities or, let's say, special needs must be assigned to regular courses or classes if the students' need can be met there. Also, decisions on academic placement must be based on an individual student's need. So those students nga naay mga special needs may be placed or ma-separate lamang sila sa class or facility if they cannot be educated satisfactorily in the regular educational setting. However, students with severe learning disabilities may be assigned to special education classes for part of the day. I have here 4 examples of programs often delivered in specialized settings that we thought you should know about. First is early childhood special education. This is a set of special education services for age 3 to 5. ECSE services can take place in different settings, including a child development center, Head Start, a private preschool, or right on an elementary school campus. Any SESE placement can include related services like occupational, physical, or speech therapy. Second, we have life skills. This helps students with many different types of disabilities, but generally those who need support with academic, social, or behavioral issues, as well as daily living skills. Students who receive services in this program may stay until they turn 22 years old.
Let's proceed to the social behavior skills or SBS of educational placement of students with disabilities. So when we say social behavior skills, this goes by different names in different districts. A social behavior skills also called a applied behavior skills, or we can also call it just behavior skills. So, this program is nagatrain ang teachers nga mahimong mutabang sila sa students o sa estudyante in order to make a decision and social skills for the students to promote their responsibility. So, example of social behavior skills is the communication. So, wherein sa communication, you can connect with other people by conveying information to other people through verbal and non-verbal cues. So, mano siya ang social behavior skills. Next is a transition or 18 plus. So this placement is a small number of students may still enroll in special education services until they turn 21 or 22. So this transition or 18 plus or small number of students is pag ang students gani nagaedad sila og 21, then they are transitioned with support of the schools. And nagadepende pod ni siya sa students kung unsa nga month sila mag-turn into 21. And even though nakagraduate na sila, no, even na sila yung mga certificate nga nahimong proof nga nakagraduate na sila, then they are also able to get into these programs. Kinahanglan magpabilin pod ni sila ni ini nga programs, and if it is approved by their ARD community. Note that ang students nga naay disabilities is or ang students who leave high school with certificate of completion have a option. Na sila option in continuing the education with their home school district. So naa sila'y option nga mahimong mapadayon ang ilahang education. The last one is the visiting your child's classroom every. So this placement is kinahanglan kung naa kay children or students nga nag-eskwela ni ini nga education, which is the education, special education with disabilities. If naa kay students kay ani, need nimo nga ibisitahon ang students or ang imong anak dito sa schools para mahimo nga ma-maintain pod ug suportahan pod nimo ang mga panginahanglanon sa imuhang students. And in visiting also sa classroom, makahitabang o makahelp ni siya para suportahan nimo ang imuhang students para kung unsa ilahang panginahanglanon, then mahatag nimo kung unsa tong ilahang needs sa ilahang pag-eskwela. And then naay tip ang teachers in order for them to maintain or to have or to create a inclusive classroom. So teacher provide a support with benefits all children in the classes. So if you have children with disability, then consider whether the strategies you are putting in plan could make learning more positive for the class as a whole. For example, is some pupils with this dyslexia find it difficult to read pure black text on a pure white background. So in order for the students to read the text that you make sa imuhang gibuhat nga text para masabtan sa students, is imuhang i-avoid ang black and white or slides nga imuhang gibuhat or posters nga imuhang gi-displays. Then you will also make it much easier for all the children to access the classroom and the work you set them. So mao to siya ang tip sa teacher para mahimo nga inclusive ang ilang ang classroom. So that's all po.